3 days ago, SpaceX rang the bell on the Nasdaq and pulled off the biggest IPO in the history of the stock market. $75 billion. Bigger than Saudi Aramco, an actual oil state. The stock jumped 19% on day one, and the company was worth more than $2 trillion before the confettis even hit the floor. And by now, most people have already scrolled past at least 10 videos about SpaceX IPO. So I'm not gonna tell you something you already know today, because here's what almost none of the coverage mentioned. Of the 3 companies in this story, SpaceX is the closest thing to a sure bet. It's been around for over 20 years. It brings in nearly $19 billion a year. And Starlink, its satellite internet service, is a genuine moneymaker with millions of paying subscribers. And yet, even SpaceX lost money last year, almost $5 billion of it. Why? Because it too is pouring billions into the AI race. So even if SpaceX, a company with real proven business underneath it, is bleeding for AI, it raises a pretty obvious question about the 2 companies whose entire existence is the AI bet. Because this fall, OpenAI and Anthropic are both going public, each valued at nearly $1 trillion, each trying to raise $60 billion or more. And to be clear, these 2 do bring in real money. OpenAI earns around $20 billion a year, Anthropic even more, from subscriptions and big enterprise deals. But the spending make that look like pocket change. OpenAI is losing roughly $14 billion a year, and it has promised to pay out far more than it takes in. The income is real, it's just nowhere near the size of the bill. So follow that money, because the trail doesn't end on some stage in New York. It ends a lot closer to home, in the retirement account of millions of people who never bought a single share. And for a sneak peek at how these companies treat the retail investors buying in, look at what SpaceX just did to them. The moment someone buys their share, they've agreed not to sell them. Sell too soon, and a broker like Fidelity, a person can be banned from buying into any IPOs ever again, for life, with the ban tied to their social security number. Let that sink in. Someone can get permanently blacklisted for selling a stock they legally own. It's like a casino tossing a player out for trying to cash in their own chips. And remember, that's how they treated the buyer of the safest, most established company of the 3. The 2 still trying to turn all that revenue into a steady profit are the next in line. Let's start with Anthropic. In February, it was worth $380 billion. By May, 3 months later, it was worth $965 billion. In 12 weeks, about the time it takes most people to abandon a New Year resolution, it added almost the entire value of Walmart, a company with over 10,000 stores and more than 2 million employees. Out of thin air. To get there, it raised $65 billion in one go, and the people who tracked this deal basically shrugged and said, yeah, that's probably the last time it will ever raise money in private. Its revenue is growing so fast that its own CEO, Dario Amodei, summed it up in a single word: crazy. So a company growing that fast, almost $1 trillion, should be the last business on the planet that needs to come knocking on public's door for cash. And on June 1st, it knocked anyway. Then a week later, OpenAI knocked too, aiming for a valuation at around $1 trillion. But OpenAI is a different animal. OpenAI is that friend patting his pocket at dinner, except the bill is $1.4 trillion. That's how much it has already promised to pay for computing power. And if $1 trillion is one of those numbers that just turn into noise, Here is a way to feel it. Picture spending $1 million a day. Wouldn't that be nice? Every single day, it would still take almost 3,000 years to run through $1 trillion. OpenAI has promised 1.4 of them, and the product it's best known for, a chatbot that sells for $20 a month. Researchers at HSBC ran the numbers and found that even if OpenAI's revenue exploded to $213 billion a year by 2030, and even if nearly half the adults on the planet were paying for ChatGPT, it would still come up roughly $200 billion short, and still wouldn't be turning a profit. Right now, it's on track to lose $14 billion this year. Not make it, lose it. That works out to about $1.5 million every single hour. So it's worth asking, why on earth would two companies this big, this hype, that can raise money in private whenever they snap their fingers, both suddenly rush to sell themselves to the public, weeks apart? Well, companies don't do that when they're swimming in cash. They do it when they run out of everywhere else to look. To see where everywhere else went, just follow the money as it goes looking for a loan. Because the AI boom has been borrowing from one wallet at a time, and is running out of wallets. The first wallet was its own. The biggest tech companies on earth, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Meta, are spending $602 billion building AI this year. For some of them, 57 cents out of every dollar they earn in revenue goes straight back out the door into data centers. Imagine taking home $1 and immediately tossing 57% of it into a furnace. Paycheck after paycheck. Even the richest companies in history can't keep that up out of pocket. So wallet 1 is empty. So they reached for the second wallet. Rich private investors, venture capital, and the AI boom drank it dry. In the first 3 months of this year alone, these investors handed out a record $297 billion, and 81% of it went to AI. Picture every dollar pulled into every startups on the entire planet that quarter, and nearly 2/3 of it went to just 4 companies. That's why Anthropic's $65 billion in May was the last private check. There was simply nobody left holding a bigger one. Wallet 2 also empty. Then came in the third wallet, the bond market, which is just a fancy way of saying big investors lending companies money. And this is where it gets weird. Back in February, Google borrowed $32 billion in about a day, including a chunk it doesn't have to pay back until the year 2126. A 100-year loan. The people who will eventually pay that one off haven't even been born yet, and neither have their parents. And Google is the responsible one in the story. The riskier player are the ones sweating. Take Oracle. In a single year, it spent $25 billion more than it took in. And the price of betting that Oracle wouldn't pay its debt back just hit an all-time high. In plain English, the very people lending the money are quietly placing side bets that they won't get it back. Wallet 3 is still open, but the hand reaching in is shaking. Which leaves one last wallet. The company's own cash gone. The rich investors tapped out. The lenders getting nervous. There's exactly one pile of money left that nobody has fully touched: the public market. Pension funds, index fund, 401k accounts. In other words, the savings of ordinary people, the kind that quietly grow in the background of a paycheck. And the reach into that last wallet has already started, before OpenAI or Anthropic has sold a single share. Back in May, Reuters reported that the giant fund managing the country's retirement savings were quietly getting ready to sell stocks they already own to make room for these new giants. Read that again. To buy the new AI darlings, the fund holding millions of people's retirement are going to sell that familiar name already sitting in those accounts. They're rearranging the plate to fit the new arrivals, and nobody asked the people who actually owns it. There's that old line about poker. If you sit down at the table and you can't spot the sucker in the first half hour, then you're the sucker. Well, 3 of the most hyped companies in the world just pulled out a chair for ordinary people and said, please, Sit down. SpaceX alone set aside up to 30% of its shares for regular folks, when the normal IPO saves them maybe 5 to 10%. When the hottest deal on the planet suddenly leaves this much room at the table for the average person, it's worth asking why so many seats are empty. And the 75 billion SpaceX raised, the 60 billion OpenAI wants, and the 60 billion Anthropic wants, for companies that have promised to spend trillions, that isn't the dinner bill. That is just the appetizer. Now, plenty of smart people look at all of this and think everyone is overreacting, and they've got a real point. Add it all up and the 3 IPOs come to maybe about $200 billion against a US stock market worth $75 trillion. In the size of a normal paycheck, that's like fretting over spending less than $3 out of 1,000. The demand really has been bottomless. SpaceX shot as high as $176 on day one. Anthropic says it's actually closing in on its first real profit. These are not the empty companies of the dot-com crash. They've got real products that hundreds of millions of people use every single day. So the question was never really whether the money exists, is whether it keeps showing up at these prices, years after year after year. Because the bills don't get smaller, they pile up, and every wallet this story has emptied has a bigger one waiting behind it. The public is now the last one in the row. So picture that stage one more time. The bill, the confetti, the biggest number the market has ever seen. Everyone watched SpaceX and threw a party, but stands there a second longer and 2 shadows come into focus behind it. September, October. Each one worth close to $1 trillion, each one quietly reaching past 4 empty wallets towards the only one that's left. And here's the part nobody mentions at the party. No one sends a letter when the bill reaches the average person's retirement account. Anyone who owns an S&P 500 fund or one of those target date funds in the typical 401k is already helping pay for this through the bond market. And in a few months, when OpenAI and Anthropic ring their own bells, these same accounts will very likely own a slice of them too, whether the people who owns them ever click to buy or not. I want to know what you think. When OpenAI and Anthropic goes public this fall, are you putting in an order or staying well clear? And do you think this whole thing pays for itself before the music stops? Or are these IPOs the top? Drop a comment below. I read every single one because I always find it really interesting to see what you guys make of this stuff. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks as always for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.